Hi guys, I just want to set some stuff up for you for your case study. We're going to take the mitigation part on this case study. In other words, I want you to go through this case study and read it very carefully. I will post some mitigation questions and you will answer them, but I want to give you the background. When you do the mitigation part, it's almost like you're going to work in reverse, okay? Because the mitigation part, simply put, or simply deals with how are you going to mitigate this disaster. So, in other words, it's the proactive measures taken before an event. Okay, and this event didn't really have any proactive measures. All right. Now, when I say proactive, I want you to look at the mitigation and the preparedness. All right. And this is what we're going to look at for this specific case study. We're going to look at the mitigation function and the preparedness. Okay. Now, when you get your questions and when I get send them out to you for the case study, I want you to read this very carefully. All right. We're going to grade the mitigation part. All right. What happened in this whole scenario? Were they prepared? Okay. Grade A to F. Were they prepared? If you think they were prepared, you give them an A. If you don't think they were prepared, you give them an S. And we're going to do the preparedness part. Okay. All we're going to do is go to A to F. That's all we're going to do. And just these parts. And this part of your case study will probably be about 2-3 pages. If you look, and let's go here, down to page 2, A through F, once you start reading through everything, you're going to notice the mitigation part, the preparedness. Read through that very carefully. Were they prepared at all? No, they weren't. They were not prepared at all because there's certain things that happen that let you know that they were not prepared. And I'll actually give you a hint because the first responders came, and when they came to the site, they started automatically getting sick and have things happen to them. They weren't feeling good. So, was that a mitigation issue or was that a preparedness issue? It was actually a both because they go hand in hand in this situation. Okay. So, we're going to be dealing with the mitigation part and the preparedness part. I already gave you part of an answer. All right. Preparedness, nobody was prepared to go there. Mitigation, no one. And once again, when I tell you these outside of the box thinking, this is what I mean with the outside of the box thinking. You prep a scenario in your head. What happens when a train, because you know the trains go through there all the time, what happens? Okay. Do we know, okay, they're carrying chemicals? Do we have a certain way to get a hold of the people around here on the residents within the 1 mile area is 5,400 residents? Do we have a way of getting a hold of these residents? Okay. We're going to take the mitigation and the preparedness for this part, just this specific part of this train derailment. We're not going to do anything else. The mitigation and preparedness. And out of what you read here, you should get a couple of pages, 2 or 3 at least. And once I post the questions, you should get the 2 or 3 pages of what you need to know. I'm going to pound mitigation, preparation, response, recovery. I'm going to pound it the whole semester. So you really need to know how this works. So what we're going to do is by the end of the week, I'll load up the questions and you start writing. Okay. It's not hard. I'm going to guide you through it and I'm going to make sure that nothing happens to you. Okay. So if you have any questions, like I said, this was a quick one. I'm just showing you this is how you do it. Really, with the mitigation and the preparedness, you have to read the whole case scenario and work backwards almost. This is what happened. Oh, okay, they weren't prepared for this. Or if if they know these trains are coming through town with chemicals, they didn't make any plans for that. Read this whole thing over, and this is how you go. We're going to just start backwards, and then and to yourself figure out, okay, this is the way it should have went, but this is how it went. So it's not really tough. It's just, I think the tough part is getting there. Okay. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me, and you should be fine. But if you have any questions, please get a hold of me.